Like, makes me afraid. I don't. It's like the Teletubbies baby grown up. Like,
We should
okay,
put it in a little sun in the corner.
what we
Right
should.
there.
That's gonna like he's so close. Welcome to Lombardi Sweep. For the audio listeners, it was funny. Trust us. Go to the Flurry Sports YouTube channel and check that out. Welcome back to Lombardi Sweep. Packers came off a big win that Janet predicted in the chat last week. I think I read it. If I didn't, then not like Janet.
I got the score nearly identical, man.
I don't think so. Janet said on Twitter she's the only one to predict the Packers to win, and I trust her.
Hey, look,
I don't remember what I said.
Leaves for 1 week and starts gaslighting us.
Hey, I found the guy that blocked Mixon from doing a Lambo leap. So, yeah, I'm pretty good. Just kidding.
Is that true that he actually got escorted out?
No.
They said they talked to him.
Yeah, I read the article, and then McManus and the guys jumped into him at the end of the game.
Okay.
So, and then he got cheered when he came back. People bought beers for him, so he's good.
Yeah.
McManus and him. McManus and the boys. I like it.
It was not that hard to find him. Some Drink Responsibly was asked if they could tag him on Instagram, and people were tagging him. That's how I found it.
That's scary.
That is a little scary.
Yeah.
But good detective work by Janet. I feel like we need her to like locate one person each week.
All right.
We're wondering about.
Hey, it's not stalking if Janet does it.
What's like a former Packer that you are unsure is still alive that Janet can get the lowdown on?
Sam Kingato. Is he alive? Or BJ Raji? That too.
BJ Raji, if you can find him, do it. Do it. That's what I'm not sure.
Charlie
He's on
Pepper.
the Jets right now. He's on the Jets right now.
Yeah, right. Just look to the Jets and you'll find everyone.
Maybe. I feel like he's on an island with Avicii somewhere. I don't know where BJ Raji went, but I miss him and we need him.
Eddie Lacy,
325
BAC, like that dude is like dead behind the wheel.
I love it. That dude, that's a Packer. That's what we need. That's what we're missing.
It's called carrying the G, baby.
Yeah, I hate that phrase, except for if we apply it here. That is what carrying the G it should be from here on out. Okay, so Packers obviously came off a big win against the Texans. Pretty much were in control of that game and then should have lost it. But Brandon McManus, who knew? Doesn't matter of his past other than he's an actual NFL kicker who plays real football. And it paid off. What a good signing. This might be the best move Gutekunst has made in his career as a Packer.
It's nice to have a kicker play real football.
Yeah, it's insane. And Anders Carlson's still doing Anders Carlson things. Like, we don't need to experiment with like people were like, we don't need to fix broken people. It's fine. You can take the good person, Brian. You don't need to fix everybody.
Yeah, we don't need to take kickers for their upside. Take the good kickers.
Yeah, that's one thing. No need to worry about it. It's okay. And
Just
we still even have
strays.
Rich. Right. We have Rich Bisaccia getting death threats because
Crazy.
His kicker can't kick. It's not his fault.
His kicker can't kick and his returners don't catch the ball.
No. Keyshawn Nixon he was one and done. He had that one good year. Good to go. Okay. Things from the game. We don't need to spend too much time on it, but I'm not biased. I keep telling people that. I'm objective. Rashawn Gary, great game. He had
for sure
one of the best games he's ever had. Like, he had 1 sack, he had 2 quarterback hits, and I don't care about hurries. Those aren't things that we need to care about. But he was in the face of Houston, in CJ Stroud's face the entire game. Houston continues to not know how to pick up blitzes whatsoever. People complain about Rashawn Gary getting double teamed a lot this year. He was no teamed on Sunday. Like, it was a lookout block. They just ducked. They went away from him. And Rashawn Gary did his job. And he was good on run defense for the most part. Not great, but for him, he was pretty good. So, props to him.
Yep, agreed. just kind of going off of that, like the defense as a whole, right? It's hard to be mad at. You take away one of the best passing offenses in the league. The Texans just couldn't throw the ball at all, and that comes to the point of, to your point, Zach, of Rashawn Gary getting in, blitzes coming all over the place, just beating CJ Stroud's all over CJ Stroud. Had 4 sacks on 3rd down, which is just incredible.
Mhm.
The run defense is to be desired, but I mean, you'll get that with guys blitzing, right? You can get around a guy and hit a long run. Plus, Joe Mixon is just a stud running the ball.
Mhm.
But once again, I'm gonna say it. I've been saying it all year. Like the MVP of the team for, as good as people want to say Jordan Love is playing, as good as people want to say like Evan Williams or whoever's playing. Like Daniel Whelan has just been absolutely incredible for the Packers this season, just pinning teams back, man.
He flips fields. He
Yeah.
he dictates games.
Yeah.
Like completely. It's insane.
If Daniel Whelan's there against Tampa Bay, the Packers win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Not wrong.
And to that point, like I think the Texans scored 10 points off of turnovers.
Yeah.
Really bad interceptions. If you can make a team like Houston only score 12 points on their own, I mean, whether it's pinning them back with Whelan or kickoffs and making them go all the way down the field, that's great. Like this is a game that I feel like the last 2-3 years the Packers are definitely losing. So although there's a lot of not great stuff from this game, notably Joe Mixon running wild, I mean, that's a win you got to have, and that's a good win to have. Like that's a good Packers win.
True. Janet, thoughts on the game?
It was a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in typical Packers fashion, the last 2 minutes were completely fucking stressful. I felt my blood pressure getting high. I was like, this is it. We're losing. And I messed up. I thought we were gonna win. But yeah, I think that it was a really fun game, like I said again. And I think we're starting to see a little bit more of Josh Jacobs just kind of turning loose. And I'm really happy for that because I've been waiting. And so, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, he definitely played better. He still needs to be better in the red zone. 16 carries, 1 touchdown. But he's been playing a lot better. He needs the volume to play well. So hopefully we continue to give him the volume. And this week, Jaguars' run defense it's not amazing, but it's pretty good. So I think this is actually a decent test for them. Other just little notes I wrote down in the game. I think Eric Wilson continues to be the best linebacker or second best linebacker Packers have when he gets snaps. He played really good. Edrin Cooper played horrendous. I think he's a great player, but definitely his worst game as a pro so far. Go ahead.
To make the point about Eric Wilson, like as a team, and this is kind of how the Packers team is designed, right? Like there's not really a superstar on this team, but like these guys, like, and I brought them up before, Evan Williams, Eric Wilson, Daniel Whelan, like you're getting production out of guys who probably have no business. I'm not trying to say that. Guys that, are just lesser known. That's what wins you games, right? That's how New England won Super Bowls. That's how Kansas City won Super Bowls. I'm not saying the Packers are winning Super Bowl. They're getting production out of guys who aren't considered their stars, right?
Yeah, and you got to. I guess it goes back, if you really want to take what he said seriously, to Matt LaFleur when asking who the wide receiver 1 was. And he said, we have a whole room of wide receiver 1s, which if we're all number 1s, you could say you have a room of wide receiver 3s as well. But it kind of just goes to the point that they're all like on the same level. No one has an ego yet, which is good. I guess the benefit of these young teams for the most part. So as long as it stays that way, and it doesn't really matter who gets the ball week to week, who makes a tackle week to week, yada, yada. That's huge for team. It's huge for teams.
Yep.
Texans gave the Packers a lot more looks against man coverage than teams have in the past. And it's pretty, Jaden Reed continues to really, really struggle against man defense. He has 8 yards in man coverage this year. 8. He was completely lost in this game. It's pretty clear like which receivers are talented and which ones are skilled. Like Romeo Dobbs, a lot of skills, learned skills. Dontavian Wicks is a really skilled player. And then there's like Christian Watson, who's just got a lot of God-given gifts. He's got Jaden Reed. I think he's a good athlete. He's just not a skilled player yet. But that's the Packers have a good mix though. So like the commentators I know were saying like, this is why the Packers aren't They don't see a lot of man coverage. No one dares to play the Packers in man coverage. I think this game kind of is going to show that you can play the Packers in man coverage. I think the Packers are going to see a lot more man this year, which is we'll see how that goes because Jordan Love is still going to rip it, and it's going to result in a lot of turnovers. It's going to result in good plays too because all you got to do is beat your man, then it's a home run. But yeah, I think windows are going to start getting a little bit smaller for the Packers maybe after this week because we do play Jacksonville this week. We'll get to that. But things could be changing a little bit with the defenses. Anything else from this game before we move on?
No, I mean it's fun beating good teams at home, right? Like Texans weren't at full strength by any means, but they're still not a bad team, right? To shut down CJ Stroud was incredible to see.
Yeah, thank God their linebacker, Shahir, whatever, was out.
Yeah.
That helped a lot. Okay. Moving on to this week, we got the first Packers injury report, and we had a weird sighting at practice today as well. We'll talk about both. Injury report for both Packers and Jags. So the Packers who did not practice today, Wednesday, Corey Ballantyne with an ankle, Elton Jenkins with a glute, Josh Myers with a wrist, and Quay Walker is still out with a concussion. Limited was Jair with a groin, Kenny Clark toe, Keyshawn Nixon hamstring, Jaden Reed ankle, Christian Watson ankle, and Devontae Wyatt ankle. All limited guys obviously should go. Jaguars only had one DNP. That was Cam Robinson, the tackle. He has a concussion. So if he doesn't play, that's huge, obviously, for the edge rushers again for the Packers. Limited, the big one people will probably be wondering about is Travis Etienne. He was limited with that hamstring issue. I think it's truly day-to-day. Like he could play, could not play. He's going to test that before the game, and they'll see. I expect it to be a game-time decision, but expect the Packers to have to deal with both of those running backs this week.
Yeah.
I would say. Any huge takeaways from that injury report? Anybody?
I've been bringing it up every week, but I'm still a little concerned about Elton Jenkins continues to be on the injury report. Like it feels like for a different injury every week too. Like, he's got a glute this week, so I'm sure it's just I'm just gonna continue to chalk it up to just getting banged down in the trenches, and you get bruised up, you get beat up. But once again, I'll say it. I would like to see him off the injury report, but it is what it is. No, I agree. Like the number one thing there is ETN, right? It'll be interesting if ETN plays how this running back split is going to work with Jacksonville, because there's two different skill sets there, and I think Jacksonville could probably utilize that very well to their advantage in this game. But either way, I don't think it's anything crazy, anything that anyone needs to really be concerned about yet.
No. Jacksonville is bad.
Yeah.
And they're coming back from London, so you do have that travel. And like I'm interested to see how this is going to be because they are the guinea pigs here. We've never had a team go over there for 2 weeks and then come back. So Packers, I mean, they had fully adjusted to that London time zone, and now they fully have to adjust again. So it'll be interesting to see if that is not good. Obviously, they have a full week, but that goes into the preparation. That hurts the preparation. Could still hurt energy levels. Who knows? Okay. Spotted at practice today, a little bit interesting. Robert Saleh, former head coach of the Jets. And obviously, LaFleur was asked about it. He was seen standing behind the offense, doing a lot of stuff there. And he is going to be sort of an advisor, sort of a consultant for their offense, I guess, this year. LaFleur kind of said it's day-to-day, like who knows. But he's going to be here all week, this week for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if he's with the Packers pretty much the rest of the way. But he's going to be a consultant on the offensive side of the ball. Any big thoughts, Janet? I know you were laughing a little bit.
I was
You
laughing
excited?
at Trevor's face.
Oh, is Trevor not excited?
Yeah, because Trevor in Spanish it's called the Fuchi face, and it basically means
Trevor's got big Fuchi face energy for sure.
Yeah.
it basically means you're disgusted. So whenever
A lot of Fushi aura.
Yeah,
Trevor-
for sure.
Trevor had Fuchi face the whole time, which my mom says like whenever she says like I can always tell when you don't like something because you make a Fuchi face, and Trevor had it on, so I was cracking up. But
Trevor, what's
I
with the
agree.
Fucci face?
You know what? You know what the best part about this? We don't have any other Latinas, so we can't fucking fact check this shit.
It's true. So, Trevor, yeah, I agree with your Fucci face, I guess.
Gucci face Trevor, that's what they're calling him.
They are. It's all on the streets right now.
No.
So Jana, why do you agree with Trevor's Fucci face?
don't know.
This is gonna be a thing.
I just I just don't like it. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like
You
a
don't like my
disturbance.
face, Janet? That's kind of fucked up.
No, I just think him being there is like a disturbance in the force. Like we're doing fine. Leave us alone, please. I know.
Jana, how would you spell Fucci face?
Fucci face, Fuchi, Fucci. I think
Fuchai.
Is that true? Did you look it up?
Really?
No.
I thought there would have been two C's
Oh.
in it, like Fucchi.
We're just guessing. Let's see. Is it a real thing?
No, Trevor, that would be Fuchai.
Oh no,
They pronounce everything
Fuchi.
fucking
Janet's right.
wrong.
Okay.
You see?
There's a mug
And
that
look at
Trevor
the
needs,
kids.
resting
Look
Fucci
at-
face.
Look at all the kids. Look
That's
at
what
the
I see right now,
Fucci
too.
face. That was
Nothing-
Trevor, basically.
Nothing
When
has
you were
looked.
That was
I mean,
Trevor.
no one has looked more like something than Trevor looks like that kid.
Mhm.
That was Trevor just when you were talking. He was just like, what?
I was
Okay,
just thinking of the time, like I was just in England, going over to England, and how much that fucked me up on the way there, and coming back really fucks you up. Like going over there isn't too bad, but coming back really fucks you up. I was just thinking of how this game is gonna go, honestly, and it's gonna be a disgusting game because the Packers don't play clean, the Jags clearly don't play clean. So I'm just in like it really just comes down to if the Packers defense makes the plays. Right, like the Jaguars just remind me of a worse Jay Cutler led Bears, where you know he's going to hand you the game. It's just whether you take it. So I mean, it's just if the Packers can do what they did against Houston, they'll be fine. I don't think they blow Jacksonville out of the water, which is probably why they're also only favored by 5.5 points. But it's probably not going to be a fun game to watch. I hope it is, and I think they'll still win, but I think it's going to be a little ugly.
Yeah, the line's definitely interesting. 4.5 points as the road team. Like it just feels weird because the Packers have been, people are talking about how they've been so good and Jaguars so bad. So it's interesting to see it be that close, to be honest. And it does scare me. I'm not gonna lie. But just with the Robert Salah thing in general, I love that he's here. I think it's great to have a defensive coach, a really good defensive coach, just be like the self-scout guy. That's not really what Matt LaFleur said he was going to do. So maybe he's not going to do that. But I hope he is just the self-scout guy, where it's just like, what are our offensive tendencies? What are other defenses, other teams going to do to try to stop us, essentially? That would be great. Because that's the most important thing that I think could really ruin this Packers team, to be honest. If we like fall into one tendency and we're not used to adjusting because we haven't yet. So we'll see. Okay. So yeah, like I said, 4.5 point favorites for the Packers, 48.5 over under. So a lot of points projected to be scored. My big thing that I have written down for keys to victory for this game for the Packers, they need to start out fast for sure. I like last week, we won the toss, took the ball. Goes against what most teams do, just because Bill Belichick has proven that's not what you do. But I think the Packers are a team that needs to get up, not only for themselves, but you don't want the Jaguars to be in a position where they can run it. Last week, they ran it 39 times. They ran it really well. If you can get it to the Jags have to pass it, and the Packers can be balanced with their pass and run, I think that's how you win the game. On top of that, Packers are third in first quarter points this year. Jaguars are 25th. So that shows why both teams are the way they are. And if it's flipped in this game, I think that's very bad news.
Yep. Yeah, I would agree with that. And on top of that, to kind of slow down, you don't, like you said, you don't want you want Green Bay to come out with a hot start. Green Bay to lock in on defense too right away, right? I don't think you don't want Trevor Lawrence on the run, right? That kind of feels like where he's most comfortable. He doesn't feel like he makes as many mistakes with, if he can just kind of run and play his game. So going back to Rashawn Gary, like if there's a Rashawn Gary game, awesome. If there's another game where Packers are sending blitzes, incredible. This is a game I kind of feel like I say it every week, and I think it's true every week. But if you can get them on the ground early, I think it's kind of a tone setter here. And this is also kind of a game too, to me, right? Where you hope that you can get away with a win, right? It's a bad team. You Packers are, probably one of the better teams in the NFL right now. This game, once again, has no playoff significance whatsoever. Plus, Packers kind of a gauntlet coming up, right? With the Lions, the 49ers, the Bears. Get away without any injuries, man. Like this, if
Yeah.
someone big gets hurt in this game, it could have, season dire consequences.
Packers keep getting lucky with these other teams having key players out. You talked about Detroit. We're not going to have to face Jameson Williams because he got suspended again.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So to your point, if we can just stay healthy, we're going to steal games.
Yeah.
That's it. Janet, what's your key to victory here?
That's I agree with Luke. Just come out. The Jags are bad, so just come out without any injuries. Because I'm actually a little bit more focused on that Lions game. Just because I love Dan Campbell. We all love Dan Campbell. We all know the way he just goes out there and throws bricks at his players and stuff. So Lions are gonna come in swinging. So we need everybody up front and center. And I'm not too worried about the Jags game. I'm not, honestly. And I don't really see those injuries right now taking effect. But once that Lions game comes around, we need everybody there.
If the Packers can just win their divisional games the rest of the way, they're in the playoffs. I think if they lose, pretty much if they lose the rest of their games, other than divisional games, they're probably in the playoffs. There's 5 divisional games left. That's huge.
I mean, it's kind of like a rah type of look at this game, but I think Jacksonville, I think the Jaguars are weak mentally. I think this team
they're feeble.
The feeble Jags. I think they absolutely suck. I think this is a game where if you get the defense, to your point, you absolutely take the ball, and even if you don't get anything from it, if you throw the defense out there with energy and they get a stop, and then the offense gets some energy, I think the Jaguars absolutely wilt under the pressure. So it's just stay on them. You see, the Legion of Boom is a little different, but how they would just swarm to the ball and they were maniacs. If you could just get your defense and your offense to be we're the Packers, we're going to kick the shit out of you, you suck, know your place, they'll be just fine. There's nothing to be scared of for this Jaguars team unless you let them get in your head, get out of your game.
Yeah, don't let the Jaguars, or don't give them something to play for at this point.
Yeah.
Because they just came off a win. They're feeling okay, maybe we have it figured out. Patriots do really suck though. So then if they come out and it's 0-20 at the end of the first quarter, it's going to be a lot of fighting on the sideline. It's going to be great. Can't wait. Okay. Anything else before we give our predictions then?
No, I just kind of go back to the Houston game. I was at the game, and it's something that's really fun to do. Is and you can do this either you have a couple beers in you, or you don't, but just yelling things that aren't horrible, cursing at players, but to let her hear our section gets a little rowdy, and which I love, right? And anytime CJ Stroud gets snapped, you just yell, "Kill him! Break his femur!" That's really fun to do.
Yeah, that's not too bad. You can break a femur. That's fine.
Yeah. That's just really fun to do.
I just boo the entire time. Boo!
Get his ass is always a great one.
Yeah.
True.
And this might be my crowning moment as a Packer fan. When the Titans were in town a couple of years back, when they only let 100 people in, I was able to get into that. And I let Malcolm Butler hear it, and that guy did not play well in that game.
Probably because of you.
You told him that you were going to burn down his childhood home.
Right. I knew he could hear me.
Yeah, little things like that.
Yeah.
Or just give him a Fucci face like Trevor would do, stuff like that.
Right.
He'd just be super bummed out. Okay. Well,
you know how on the Manning cast they always have the fat heads of the guests that come on. We need a Fucci face Trevor fathead.
We should.
or like a Fucci face segment where we
Right.
just say stuff that we know Trevor would hate.
Yeah.
That's true. And then that's a segment just for us. Whoever
Yeah.
gets the biggest Fucci face will win. Like
Yeah.
it. Okay. We got some questions from Randy. Let's give our predictions first.
Oh boy.
And then we'll get to them all. Every single one of them. Even one that's like a running bit at this point that Randy likes to do with people who are on screen with me, it seems like. He does that with Jake every time we're live. Every single time.
Dude, Janet's the only one here who actively goes to the gym, but all right.
Yeah. Well, he said you look jacked.
That's fair enough.
Janet is jacked.
You know what? I'll get back to the gym just for you, Randy. Just for you.
Okay. Packers favored by 4.5, 48.5 over under. I have the Packers winning. I do think it's going to be close, though. I think there's going to be a lot of points. At Packers 27-23. Brandon McManus revenge game too, by the way.
You're right. I'm kind of in the same boat with you, Zach. I think Packers win. I think it might be a little closer than people think. I'm gonna go probably. I'll go like a 28-20 here. The one thing that the Packers have done this year that's been awesome that they kind of didn't do last year is they've beaten bad teams. Like they've taken care of business against bad teams, and have kind of struggled a little bit against good teams. Jacksonville's a bad team. I think Green Bay can kind of have their way with them. But again, if you lose, fine, as long as no one's injured. You know, like you have a gauntlet coming up here. Get away uninjured, but a win is that much better.
Janet, you got to tell us what that dance was first.
It's pretty good.
I don't remember eating today. I'm just trying to stay alive right now. That's
how I live my life.
Come on.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it is your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. 28-7. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, I love it.
Feeling spicy. Oh, you changed my name, you son of a bitch.
You did a while ago.
I thought you
Fucci
saw
Fisher.
it.
I did not.
I thought you had seen it.
No, that's why I asked how it's spelled. I also tweeted about it. So,
Okay. Yeah.
Trevor, what's your prediction?
I'm kind of in the same, closer to Luke and Zach. I got his 30-20 Packers.
Should be good though. Should be a good game. Okay, let's do it. Thoughts on cucumbers? Asks Randy.
Better as pickles.
Yeah, for sure.
True.
Don't love cucumbers. I've been really into, I think I told you guys this, into Olive Garden Italian dressing lately. Put that on some cucumbers and they're good. Really good.
I put lime, salt, and tahini.
You ever see on the Simpsons when Ned Flanders makes Flanders nachos and it's cucumbers with cottage cheese on them? It's really funny.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's good. Trevor looks jacked, says Randy. Everyone else, B. Anderson, Jared, let us know if you think Trevor looks jacked. Trevor's
Please
Fucci
don't.
face could be a little confusing for new viewers. Worst pizza you've had? I feel like this is a reoccurring question. Randy keeps asking us if we are having bad food.
Yep.
Janet, what's the worst pizza you've had?
So I mean, I like all pizzas. I'm not against any pizzas, but
All
She's not
pizzas
pizza
matter.
Yeah, she's not pizza prejudice.
one morning
brave.
I ate cold that barbecue chicken pizza, and it was not it. Like I thought it was gonna be good, right? Because cold pizza's good for the most
No,
part.
it's not. No,
Correct,
it's
it is.
not.
That's a
It
bad.
is.
It's better than hot pizza.
What?
Yeah.
No, it's fucking
Yeah.
not. No, it's not.
Yes.
Cold pizza's good, but I ate the
Yep.
cold pizza, but specifically the barbecue chicken one, and I did not. It was not where it was. I thought it was going to be. So don't ever have cold barbecue chicken.
We don't need that on the screen.
I like
I'm-
barbecue chicken pizza cold still. I've had that.
I'm kind of in the same boat as Janet. I'm gonna take a stand with her and say that I'm also not pizza prejudice.
Wow, two.
Yeah,
I am.
pizza is pizza to me, man. Whatever's on pizza, I'm eating it. I don't give a fuck. Unless,
No,
get that Chicago bullshit out of my face, though.
that's true.
I think we can all agree that that's not pizza.
Pizza cake.
Chicago and pineapple. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, that's also a wrong take.
I agree. Where are we at? Worst potato chips?
Ketchup.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like
I heard
ketchup
the
chips.
I heard the ketchup ones are
They're-
actually pretty good.
Do you like salt and vinegar?
Love them.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Then why don't you like ketchup?
I don't like. I've never had them. It was a question that I was
Oh.
throwing out to you guys.
Oh
I don't-
no, it's basically salt and vinegar.
I don't like ketchup in general. As a
Ketchup,
sauce.
ketchup is a bottom tier condiment.
Except in our fridge, we got pickle ketchup, and that's a banger.
I have spicy
Heinz
has
ketchup
pickle.
from Whataburger. Oh, I have jalapeno ketchup from
Oh,
like Whataburger.
shocker. The Latina is spicy ketchup.
Spicy ketchup.
Jalapeno yellow mustard is great.
Oh
Mm,
yeah.
Now that is good.
Yep.
I
I got, like,
cleared
a
out
lot of
a
mustard,
Woodman's.
Like 4 kinds.
I went up to Wisconsin one time and I cleared out a Woodman's out of that jalapeno mustard. Like,
Dude,
No.
it's a great decision. That's what I did at Target with that Italian dressing.
Which kind did you get, Janet?
The-
I feel like different ones.
Kroll's? What's it called? Kroll's or what's it called? No,
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I know what you're
Kroger.
talking about.
Kroger.
Not Kroger.
No.
Not Kroger.
No.
I know what you're talking about.
Should I
It's
go
like
get it out of my
Nola-
fridge?
Yeah,
Yes.
go get it. Go get it.
We'll wait in silence. We'll wait.
Yep.
Do we want to answer Jared's question
Shh.
and B.
No,
Anderson's
we got
question over here?
we gotta wait for Janet.
Luke looks like that old guy from the meme where he goes, "I'm about to bust."
That's what you decided to do? Okay. Don't be mad at me. It's a really good brand. It's Coops.
Cool.
Okay.
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 Yep, you're right.
I have like 15 of these in my pantry.
Good choice.
You'll have to try
Hey.
silver. I can get like a box of Silver Spring jalapeno mustard shipped to you if you want.
Down.
That shit's
I
good.
just got sent ghost pepper cheese.
Love it.
That
Banger.
sounds
Love
good.
that shit.
I have not tried it yet, but everybody wants me to try it, so they send it to me. I was like, look, if you want me to be on your podcast and you're willing to give me cheese, I will be on the podcast.
Correct.
True.
I
true.
would get paid in cheese.
Okay, Jared, if you're still here, bless you. What do we think about Christian McCaffrey when he comes back full workload or no? Not right away. I don't know why
Yeah.
they would.
I'm still not convinced Christian McCaffrey's coming back this year.
I think he is.
Eh.
Best
Eh.
backup quarterback ever. Matt Flynn.
Yes.
Matt Flynn.
Mike White.
Mike White's pretty good.
Seneca Wallace.
Yeah.
Carolina
Wallace.
Scott Tolzien.
Joel Stave.
It's not. We're not aiming just backups.
Hey, Scott Tolzien 0-1 as a starter with the Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great fucking tie.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Bigsby or Bucky. So Packers play Tank Bigsby this week. How are the Bucks going to utilize running backs? Exactly how you just saw it.
Bigsby.
I think I'd go Bigsby.
Bigsby.
Okay.
But Rashad White's gonna be too involved in passing.
Okay. A non-fantasy question for Janet. Underrated holiday food.
Any holiday?
Yeah.
Stuffing. Thanksgiving
Okay.
stuffing. The stuffing, I feel like I like the stuffing more than I like the turkey.
I'm kind of out on
Oh,
stuffing.
for sure.
Oh,
I think.
But it depends on how you make it. My mom makes it completely different. So
Well, you got to tell us how she makes it.
Is there like
How do you make
20,000
stuffing?
Carolina Reaper peppers in that bitch?
So she actually, I don't know how, other people make it, but she actually gets like all the giblets and then she like grinds it up and then puts it in the stuffing and it's just like thick and juicy. And I feel like I like it better than the turkey.
For sure.
Things
Turkey
that are big and juicy in life are better than things that aren't big and juicy.
100%.
It's a good thing to live by.
It like
Mhm.
soaks it all
Honestly.
up.
I'm not sure if I know anything that goes
It's like-
against that.
It's like it just soaks it up and it's just like it looks, I don't know, it's just so good the way my mom makes it. So I think that's like because I know other people that make stuffing and it does not taste that good.
Kind of, I guess, just to go along with the Thanksgiving theme here. And this is kind of relevant to cultural topics right now with Glenn Big Baby Davis going to jail.
Shout out.
But I mean, like you get the bun, the bun at Thanksgiving. It kind of brings the team together, right? It's a bench guy
does.
that you put
Good glue
in
guy.
for instant offense. It's a guy that nobody hates. Everybody's like, cool, yeah, I like it. I'm cool with it. And that's what Glenn Big Baby Davis was of that 2008 Boston Celtics team.
For
My
sure.
favorite part about those little buns is that you can literally put anything in it and it tastes good.
Correct.
Like
That's
you can
good.
put the cranberry, you can put the stuffing in there, you can put the corn. Like he's so versatile.
That's
Mhm.
Glenn Davis.
That's
He worked
true.
with every single lineup on that 2008 team, man.
That is true. You were-
Or Birdman
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
Heat.
Birdman's another
Or
for sure a glue
Thanasis
guy.
if you ever saw the court.
Not Thanasis, but the other two for sure. For sure. Okay. Trevor's fairly jacked. Favorite appetizers.
Waffle fries.
Waffle fries are great.
Poutine.
Jalapeno poppers I like.
Jalapeno poppers.
Cheese
Or
curds.
Cheese curds, yeah.
I don't know if you guys make the well in Texas they're called like the ratones, where you
English,
just basically
please.
they're called rats. And so it's the
I knew that
jalapeno-
from Raton Perez on the Free Sports podcast.
ratones. You put like you get the jalapeno, you put cream cheese inside, and you wrap it in bacon.
Yep, we have those.
That's
too.
a jalapeno
We
We do
popper.
not call
Yeah,
them
that's a
lava
jalapeno
popper.
ratones.
We don't call them
Well,
rats. What the
We
fuck
call them rats.
kind of dirty shit you guys doing down there?
There's
Yeah, I
just
know.
different. Jalapeno popper covers a lot of things up here. If there's a
Well,
jalapeno, we just call it that, I think.
The jalapeno
Yeah.
poppers that I know, it's just the jalapeno, and then there's cheese inside, and then it's just breaded.
fried.
That's it. Yeah, deep fried. But we
That's
do
one of
like
them.
the bacon wrapped ones.
You just had to name it rats though. Like
Nachos.
no
Yes.
name.
I've been eating a lot of nachos lately. That's a great appetizer.
I don't know. I don't know if I can get behind nachos.
I think nachos are a little overrated.
No, you're wrong about that. That's the best food to get sloppy with.
I don't.
No, chili.
There's a
cheese
lot of
dog.
things I'll do. I don't want like my hands dirty.
I love sloppy foods.
Like that's why. Like
yeah, I can't.
if
I
my fingers are
I
sticky.
agree with Luke. I agree
No,
with Luke.
I when I eat, I want to look like I just went to war.
Like I haven't eaten in 3 days.
Yeah.
Like
That exact logic is why boneless wings are better than bone-in wings.
No.
Yeah.
There's things
Yeah.
there's things worth fighting for in life, and that's one of them.
When I went up to the game, the girls got we went to go get tacos at that taco truck at Stadium View, and like the girls
Good
were all
taco truck.
cute. It is so good. I
Yeah.
was like, Janet approved.
Yeah.
Everybody else got like 2 tacos, 3 tacos. I got 8.
Yeah.
8 freaking tacos.
gotta.
And I was just like eating it like a gremlin fed after 12. Like
Yeah. That's how I eat chili
like,
cheese fries.
Yeah, that's what I
Wait.
want to look like. I want to look like a gremlin that was,
Yep.
fed after 12.
I don't know why. Like once a month, I think of you eating chili cheese fries with your fingers that one time. You were like so sad. You were so upset telling us about it.
That is so funny. You think about it. He like wakes up in the middle of the night.
Basically, like your face when you're telling, you were very upset.
I didn't
Like,
want to
those are the
tell it
saddest
because
moments.
it made me not look great. But I got to be true to myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. A few of them here. Carolina Ghost Reaper. Cheese is the bomb,
Good,
says
very good.
B. Anderson. Mahomes was a backup, FYI. I mean, he only had one game as a backup where he did anything, though. So I don't think that counts very well.
Matt Flynn beat the Cowboys as a backup. That's all I
Matt
know.
Flynn got
He tied the
a
record.
big contract.
Yeah.
He got a big contract because of only what he's done as a backup. Do we think Packers make it the NFC Championship game?
I think there's a chance.
With the way
Honestly.
the NFC is going, I think actually yes.
If we do, I think we're probably going to start looking towards our next quarterback, though. Going to have to start rebuilding.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Rolls or biscuits? That's a tough. I'm a biscuit guy. If I had to choose.
Biscuits.
Rolls.
Roll.
Does crescent roll count as roll,
Yes.
or is that different than both?
Rolls are soft.
I
like the
notably
Biscuits can be soft.
had a YouTube account called We Like Rolls 3, so I have to stand true to myself and pick rolls.
That's it.
What?
Is that why it's now Fushi Face 3 or no?
We like rolls.
Um,
That's a great YouTube name.
That's a good YouTube name. Bagels or English muffin? Bagel.
Bagels.
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 Do you smoke your poppers up there? At
Oh.
Christmas, we notably have, very similar to what Janet has, our Christmas, we have only appetizers. And every year someone brings its steak with jalapeno, cream cheese wrapped in bacon, and that's smoked. And those are great.
I've had smoked poppers. I don't actively eat smoked poppers, but I've loved every one that I've had.
I don't think I've ever had that. All of the ones that I've had have always been on the grill.
Okay. How do we like our steak? This is going to be.
No, I want that thing mooing.
Medium rare.
I'm
Medium
rare. I'm rare. I don't
Yeah,
do
I'm
blue,
rare.
but I do rare.
Yeah, I'm close to blue. I want him. I want it to still be eating the grass, man.
Yeah, me too. And
Man, at least I didn't say medium well or any of that bullshit. All right.
I don't. You're right. You're right. You're right. What kind of ketchup do you dunk it in, Trevor? Child. Favorite seafood?
Calamari.
Ooh.
Scallops.
I think
I'm
I'll
on
go
a scallop
scallops.
kick right now.
Scallops or
calamari too.
lobster?
I think calamari.
Wow.
I'm not a big seafood
Or
guy. Squid and octopus
Oysters.
for me.
Oysters or calamari?
No, oysters are like eating snot.
It is. It's bad.
I mean, are you doing?
It's
Have you
delicious.
done nothing on the oyster? Or no?
Correct. Yeah, you crack the shell and you.
You should put like hot sauce. on
Yeah,
it.
you gotta put
I
hot
put
sauce.
hot sauce and lime. Like I don't just
Yeah.
leave it like
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. You're
lime,
not
hot
pulling an
snot
Aaron Rodgers
instead
just
of
picking your
regular.
nose on the sideline. You know.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And that's the end of the questions.
You guys like shrimp?
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't like shrimp? Come on.
Me.
Well,
That's like the one
coconut shrimp.
kind of. I feel like that's the kind of seafood even seafood haters like.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like crab
Shrimp
legs.
cocktail.
Crab legs.
Okay.
I
That's
could eat
great.
crab every day.
True.
Rogers or Favre.
Rogers.
Well, are we talking on or off
Rogers.
the field?
Oh,
Yeah.
does it matter?
Probably still
Does it matter?
No, probably not.
Yeah. There's so many people this week. Like, good
I'm
thing
like,
Rodgers wasn't on social media, and I took it different than I think a lot of non-Packers fans are saying that. But it is a good thing Brett Favre wasn't on social media. He would would be locked up.
But
Hey.
I think both of them I would not like off the field though.
Probably. I'm a Rodgers guy. Favorite sauce. Let's go out on this.
Ooh.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, I mean yellow mustard, of course, but that's basic, so that's not gonna be my answer.
Are condiments or sauces? Yeah. Is that what
Yeah,
we're doing?
for this activity, yeah.
Okay.
I hate
Let's say-
ketchup. I hate mayo.
If I say hot sauce, is that cheating?
No.
No. Oh yeah, hot sauce is fine.
Hot sauce,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Blue cheese, I like.
I'm gonna go
Blue cheese.
barbecue, but like the hot and tangy barbecue, not just regular barbecue.
Okay. If it's like a homemade, like super thin salsa, is that a sauce or no?
That's a dip,
That's a dip. I agree.
Okay.
but salsa incredible.
Mhm.
Yeah. Salsa verde.
Yep.
That's where
Always.
That's where I'm at. Okay. Well, we'll go out on this, I guess.
All right,
he's-
gotta go.